Now I'm going to start building up my track. Since we already have some chords out here, and I know I want some sort of keys or synth in my song, I'm going to start with that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Command D to duplicate the track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Option Drag and hold this down. And I'm going to mute this one. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. Let's see how it sounds again. It's not bad. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to search for some sounds. A cool little Logic trick is if you press U, it will quickly cycle it for you. So I like doing that a lot. So I actually know of one that I like already. I always save my instruments that I like so I can just quickly jump into it. So let me just show you how I save them and how you can find them. So here I'm just gonna go to Performance and I'm gonna go to Stock Logic Faves that I saved. And I really like this fuzzy soul organ, I think. So let's say I really liked this one and I wanted to save that. All I would do is go click over here, go Save Channel Strip Settings As. Now I go click on Performance. I know it's a stock Logic sound, so I'm going to save it as my stock Logic saves. I can save it as Solaris Synth Chords. Save. And now if I do a new software track, go down here to Performances, Stock Save, Solaris Synth Chords, and bam, here it is. So pretty cool. I'm gonna delete this because I don't need to. And now I'm just gonna layer my keys to make it sound kind of thicker. So I'm curious to see what these two sound together. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to find sounds to fill out the harmonic spectrum. What I mean by the harmonic spectrum is like an EQ. Like let's pull up this EQ. So I want to fill up a lot of these frequencies so the song feels full. And I want to think of the harmonic spectrum full. So if we look on this one, this synth lives in this area. This synth lives in this area. So eventually I'm going to add some maybe like bells or hi-hats, something that's going to sit in this section. So you see how it already sounds, it makes the sound a little bit more full by layering. And you can also do some layering with EQing. So I like to think of EQing as like carving a sculpture. If there's a block of a cement, right? You can go through and carve out an arm or carve out some lips. So you're showing out some moments that can shine. So you're not necessarily like adding, you're kind of like ducking and taking away. So let's say I wanted to make this synth. I'm gonna cut all of these lows, right? So I'm just gonna cut those because I don't need those. So this is basically carving out this space that I don't need so I can have this other part shine. So that sounds very chirpy, and I want to take the warmth of it, but I don't want to take the chirpy bit. And this is kind of getting into a little bit of sound design, a little bit of creative control, but these are some things you could do to also make the sounds your own. So a lot of this is trial and error. We can talk about a whole video of just EQ. Don't get too crazy about it, but this is just something you can use as a vehicle for your creativity. So I'm always A and Bing. A and Bing is when you turn it on and then you turn it off. So that's with it off. And I like that a little bit more. So I'm just gonna keep that. Let's add some more stuff. So now like I said, I'm not the best piano player, so I want to figure out a way I can add some quick things to spice it up. I'm kind of going to be cheating, right? And one way you could do that is by adding an arpeggiator. So Logic has a stock arpeggiator, so let's put this in here. Let's duplicate this, and now this is the same sound. Now I am going to add an arpeggiator. So here's the MIDI FX. I'm going to go to arpeggiator. And again, this is another thing that's trial and error. Let's take a look at how it sounds on its own. I want to see what happens if I raise this synth an octave higher. So to do that quickly in Logic, you can press Shift, Option, arrow key up. So if you see, here it is an octave below. And I'm going to press Command A, Shift, Option, arrow key up. It quickly raises it an octave. If you want to just quickly raise it a semitone, you could do Option, arrow key, up and down. I want to try doing a forced legato with this, like I said before, so it forces the note to stay to the end of the bar. So I'm going to go Shift, Backspace, keep, and now let's hear it sounds. I think it sounds pretty cool. Just a really quick way to just kind of add some dimension. So I want to add maybe one or two more options for keys. I know this might seem like overkill, but this is a cool way to create your own sounds. Also, when we bounce them together, it's going to kind of sound like its own instrument altogether, so it's really cool. There's a way that you can set it up in Logic that'll automatically color code your new tracks for you. So what you do is you press Command comma, go to Display, Tracks, and then you make sure you click Auto Assign to 96 colors. I already have it here. And then Region Color as Track Color. And now I'm going to go here. I'm going to go down to Instrument. Let's try Alchemy, Stereo. Let's try going to Pads. Let's try something organic. Let's hear. Let me just look one more thing. Okay, I like this. Let's try this one. So Logic added a bit crusher on here, which makes it like this, kind of like that white noise effect on it, but if you turn it off, it doesn't have it, so you can adjust it. Okay, pretty. So now let's listen to our chords. It kind of has the base of the song. I'm pretty happy with these for right now. What I like to do is just kind of like put them everywhere, and then I'll take them away as I keep building up my arrangement.